Good evening and welcome back to broadcast number 2. The Banks Braves boys basketball squad looking to finish Coastal Range League play undefeated with a 12-0 record. Already clinched a regular season title last week with a win over Rainier, and hoping to get the number 1 seed overall from league with a championship game next Friday, likely against either Riverdale or the third place team in boys basketball, Yamhill Carleton, who actually gave Banks their closest game of the season on the boys side in their last contest. Banks a 29-10 lead at halftime, but only managed 14 points in the second half. Had some foul trouble, had some shooting issues in the fourth quarter that allowed that game to be much closer than it actually was. Final score, they did come away with the victory though, 43-32. Ian Bodine fouled out late in the third quarter. Ian Bodine and Wyatt Selleck doing most of the damage offensively for the Braves in the win at YC on Tuesday. Big win tonight for the Banks Lady Braves, improving to 21-1. Their lone loss coming by 16 at Corbett about 2 weeks ago. That cost them a regular season title despite finishing tied with Corbett at 11-1 to finish the regular season. Corbett played their last game of league on Tuesday night with a 63-26 blowout win at Neocani, who will likely be the fourth representative from the Coastal Range League in girls basketball as the 12th ranked team overall statewide and the highest ranked non-automatic qualifier, advancing as the highest non-automatic qualifier at the number 12 seed. As we're still waiting on the Amity Santiam Christian game for girls basketball. Other big game tonight, 4 versus 5 in the Pac-West Girls Conference. Alex Saunders led all scorers with 16 in the win for Banks earlier tonight, 63-19 over Warrenton. Banks started on an 18-0 run, outscoring Warrenton 31-8 in the second half, holding the Warriors scoreless in the fourth quarter, outscoring Warrenton 12-0. Good evening. I'm Trevor Beard alongside color analyst Jonathan Lee, who had the call on the girls' side for the victory. We talked a lot in game number 1 about the girls' league playoff scenario. For the boys, we do know that Banks will have a bye all the way through to the league title game on Friday night. Also, we've been calling it the seeding game. There are games involving other seeds, but Monday night, the 5 versus 2, Corbett. We talked about this being one of the weakest leagues for boys basketball at the 3A level, despite the girls being one of the strongest statewide with likely 4 playoff teams. It's really unfortunate that 3 teams from the Coastal Range League have to advance to the playoffs, because right now Riverdale, the number 2 seed, earlier in the season, Banks beat them by 40, and Riverdale has barely been a top 10 team. You look at the Lewis and Clark League with Westside Christian, Oregon Episcopal, De La Salle. They have 3 of the top 4 teams when it comes to boys basketball ranked in the top 4 for 3A basketball in the state of Oregon on the boys side. The 5 versus 2 game on the Coastal Range League boys basketball playoffs will see 5 seed Corbett again winless in non-conference play, but 4 wins in Coastal Range League boys basketball will be at number 2 Riverdale of Southwest Portland. The winner of that will take on either Neocani, the 4 seed, or Yamhill Carleton, the 3 seed. That will be the other contest Monday night, 4 versus 3. Neocani at Yamhill Carleton, with the 2 winners of Monday night's game playing Wednesday night at the host site with the lowest seed, likely Riverdale. If you're looking at odds, Riverdale would likely host Yamhill Carleton in the 3 versus 2 game Wednesday, and then the winner of that contest would take on Banks. Again, no final site determined as of yet. Likely narrowed down to 2 schools between either Rainier or Oregon Episcopal in Southwest Portland Garden Home area for Friday night's league title games between likely Corbin and Banks on the girls' side and Banks and Riverdale on the boys' side. Still about 9.5 minutes to go before our tip here between the Banks Braves and the Warrenton Warriors. Warrenton led by new head coach Keita Smith. Officially Nikita Smith, but I know he likes to be called Keita. Friends with him on Facebook, longtime great assistant for Bill Westerholm at Seaside and Warrenton, part of the same district officially. Looked at the side of the school bus on the way in and it said Seaside, not Warrenton, despite Warrenton being the school Banks is playing tonight. Expect him to have this team program, or this program turned around in the next 2 or 3 years as the Warrenton Warriors look to rebuild their boys basketball program, much in the way the girls are having to after Warrenton Lady Warriors won a state title in volleyball and basketball just a couple of seasons ago at the 3A level. We'll go ahead and take a 1-minute break and see if we can find you some other scores from around the state. No finals to report or have been reported yet tonight on either side, either girls or boys. We'll get you some scores from last night regardless. We'll be back in 1 minute after this from our presenting sponsor, Banks Braves Boys Basketball, built by Jason Bond Remodeling on Westside Mobile Media. Remodeling at 503-430-0145.
Jim's Market in Banks is an institution serving the community for generations. They're actively involved in events and athletics from the youth league to high school level. Let them serve you with their locally grown fresh produce, fresh bakery items, including custom cakes, and quick hot food from their in-store deli. Jim's Market, conveniently located at the south entrance to Banks.
Good day. And we're back. Just about 6.5 minutes to tip between the Banks Braves. Have been anywhere from either a 5 to a 6 seed or 5 to a 6 ranked team in boys basketball most of the season. Have been ranked 6th the last few weeks or so. Looking to wrap up an undefeated league season in Coastal Range League boys basketball. It's really been an easy run. Have not had any victory in league play by less than double digits. Again, their closest margin of victory this season came Tuesday night at Yamhill Carlton, 43-32, in a game actually that felt much larger. Most of the game, Ian Bodine fouled out late in the third quarter as Yamhill Carlton able to make a little bit of a run in the fourth quarter, but Banks had a 19-point lead at halftime, 29-10. And really won that game going away on the road on Tuesday as they get ready for Warrenton tonight. And not really anything to play for except for to keep that undefeated regular season league run. Ranking, they're not gonna improve their ranking much either way, if any, despite margin of victory tonight against a Warrenton team that's not going to go anywhere in the playoffs. Warrenton and Rainier on the boys' side are the two teams not advancing to the 5-team league playoff that starts on Monday. Taking a look at the OSAA scoreboard from OSAA scores from last night, as we take a look at the Wana Credit Union scoreboard portion of our Jim's Market pregame. 3A finals from last night on the girls' side. Sutherland with a rout big time at Glide, 72-10. North Valley of Grants Pass over Rogue River, 49-29. And Coquille wins at Douglas, 36-23. Bandon girls playing a JV schedule this year over Siuslaw, 33-27. That's going to be the closest game for Siuslaw all year. Only 2 wins for the Lady Vikings, and most of their losses have came when they've scored only single digits the entire game. Looking at other girls' finals from last night, 4A, Astoria over Scappoose, 53-44. Seaside wins at home over St. Helens, 49-44. Marshfield over Cottage Grove, 45-26. Junction City beats North Bend, 41-26. Mazama of Klamath Falls over Phoenix in Skyline Conference play, 41-30. Henley over Hidden Valley, 59-45. LeGrand over the Dalles, 52-18. And Baker beats Burns in a battle of top 4A versus top 3A, 41-27. Looking at boys finals from last night in 3A, as we switch on the OSAA website over to the boys side. One final from 4A boys basketball. Actually, earlier tonight, Newport defeated Sweet Home 54-43. Newport battling for one of the last playoff spots in 4A boys basketball. 3A boys scores from last night, just a couple of Far West League finals. Coquille and Douglas battling for a playoff spot out of the Far West Conference in southwestern Oregon. Coquille winning on the road in double overtime, 62-59 at Douglas of Winston. Sutherland and Glide, a couple of the worst teams in 3A boys basketball this year. Sutherland with a road victory, 48-44, and North Valley of Grants Pass wins at home over Rogue River, 71-49. Again, still keeping an eye on big 3A girls basketball top 5 matchup. Number 4 Amity versus number 5 Santiam Christian. No final to report, despite that game likely being over by now. Taking a look at the rosters for first the visiting Warrenton Warriors, as we're now under 2 minutes before introductions. Number 2, TJ Hicks, a senior post. We do not have sizes or height listed for the Warrenton roster. Number 3, Dawson Little, a senior guard. And we've talked about this name a lot over since we looked at the roster last night. Xochipiltecatl, your winner of the All-Wheel of Fortune team for OSAA boys basketball this year, along with his brother Hunter. We are pretty sure it's pronounced Xochipilteca. Brian is listed as a sophomore wing. Talon McGroarty, recognize his name from football, a sophomore guard. And then again, Hunter Xochipilteca, a senior guard. Number 13, Zayden Anderson, a sophomore post. Number 14, Odin Wilson, a sophomore guard. Number 15, Tyler Burke, a junior wing. Number 21, Zach Hoagland, a junior guard. Number 24, Cameron Daniels, a junior guard, also a name from football. Number 31, Calvin Olson, sophomore guard. Number 32, love the name Rich Harvey. We were kind of joking about the late, great Paul Harvey. Long time, I call him America's storyteller. Rich Harvey, a junior post. Caleb Earl, a junior post, number 33. For the Braves, quickly, number 2, Wyatt Selleck, a 6-foot senior guard. Number 3, Ben Mayo will not play tonight, recovering from a wrist injury, 5'11 senior guard. Number 5, Christian Lida, 5'10 senior guard. Number 10, Bo Wormington, 6'2 senior guard. 9 seniors tonight on the Banks roster. Number 12, Ian Bodine, leading scorer with Wyatt Selleck in the win Tuesday at YC, 6'1 senior guard. Max Walker, number 14, 6'3 sophomore post. Number 20, Noel Mayo, 6-foot sophomore guard. Number 21, Connor McCutcheon, 6-foot senior combo guard post player, will come off the bench as the student as the tunnel of students, they've kind of done this off and on at home games through various sports, gym sports. They form a tunnel as players are introduced. Connor McCutcheon, 6-foot senior guard post. Number 22, Grayson Voss, 6-foot senior post. Number 23, Logan Kind, 6'1", senior post. Number 24, Parker Littlejohn will likely be the last player off the bench. The 5'9", junior guard post player. And number 33, Dylan Jansen, a 6'3", senior post. Starters tonight for Warrenton. Again, just like the girls, purple uniforms, white numerals, white trim. Very classic. Warriors in white lettering across the chest. Very, very small Warrenton or a W logo with eyes, kind of similar to an owl with wings. 2, 3, 4. TJ Hicks, Dawson Little, Brian Sochi Sosha Pakatel. Sosha Pulkatel. Starters tonight for Banks, number 2, Wyatt Selleck, number 10, Bo Wormington, number 12, Ian Bodine, number 22, Grayson Voss, and number 23, Logan Kind, all seniors. Pakatel. Brian and Hunter Sosha Pakatel. Might butcher that name butcher that name a time or two. Tonight it will be Logan Kind to jump it up against TJ Hicks. For the opening tip, Banks will be moving right to left as you look at your listening device, and we'll be moving directionally west to east to start the game. White uniforms, navy blue numerals, Vegas gold, very thin trim with the Vegas gold and arrowhead and navy blue arrowhead between the shoulder blades, and Vegas gold and navy blue checkered pattern on the white shorts as the tip is controlled by Selleck. Right wing to Wormington. Holds, wants to go inside, will start to come back on top. Selleck cross-court pass to Grayson Voss, brings it high post, back out to now to Logan Kind inside, wants to turn around and go up. Can't, inside to Bodine, drives back out to Logan Kind. Left corner 3, a little too hard, no, rebound. Tries to go up in one motion, Grayson Voss gets his own rebound. Back out to Wormington, back out to Grayson Voss, takes a right corner 3 and cans it. First points of the night for Banks is a 3-point field goal from Grayson Voss. They're up 3-0, 40 seconds in. Warrenton with the basketball. Far side to Hoagland. Left corner nearly stolen off the pass from Shoshapil. And Grayson Voss with back-to-back field goals, a hot start for him. Jumper from the left baseline about 16 feet out, and it's 5-0. Banks is going to stay in their full court press. And a turnover into the student section. Ball will go back to the Braves. Selleck walks it up, gets his high screen from Logan Kind to Bodine, right side, drives just inside the free throw line. On top to Logan Kind. Voss dribbles left side. Student section wanting him to shoot it. Bodine drives inside and amongst the crowd and has his shot blocked. Loose ball. We're going to have a jump ball. Possession will go back to Warrenton. Held ball as Banks won the opening tip, and that's the first held ball since the start of the game. Banks a 5-0 lead. 6:17 to go in the first quarter. Warriors with the basketball. Dawson Little near side to Hunter Sochapoltika, and Turnover. Warrenton comes out with it along the baseline, walks it across the Golden Arrowhead at midcourt. Dribbles, gets it to Voss at the high post. Dribbles across the free throw line near side to Bodine. Pulls up right side top of the circle. Warrenton wanting to try to get a dump pass down inside to Logan Kind. Selleck drives inside, kicks it out to Bo Warrenton, left corner three. Can that one, banks on an 8-0 run to start early, 2.5 minutes in. Bo Warrenton with his first field goal from a left corner three. Warrenton able to break the press, inside lay it up and in for TJ Hicks' first field goal for the Warriors comes with 5:21 left in the opening period. Selleck will walk it up, 8-2 lead for the Braves. Right wing to Warrenton. Logan Kind trying to set up high post, and it's Warrenton tries to feed him, and it's stolen by Hunter Sochapoltica and misses, but the rebound to Dawson Little brings it back out for three. Left wing corner is no good. Rebound back the other way quickly to Bodine. Pulls up left to the key, double teamed. Goes up, no, we're going to have an offensive foul on Ian Bodine. I think officials may have been talking some on Ian Bodine as far as scouting and knowing what to look for with Ian Bodine, as he's been called a lot this year for offensive fouls at the basket. Out of control on a couple of drives this season, and the ball is going to go back to Warrenton. 4:50 to go, first quarter. Banks an 8-2 lead. All the way to the basket, Dawson Little, and has it poked away from behind, but a loose ball foul called on the Braves. And that's going to be on Ian Bodine, his second, as he was just called for an offensive foul a moment ago, and that will get Christian Lyda up off the bench as Ian's going to have to check out. 4's on the timer. The inbound from Hunter Sochapoltica to Dawson Little, back to Hunter near side. Drives right side top of the key, pulls up center of the key, kick out to Cameron Daniels. Right wing three is no good. Rebound put back though by Hunter is good, and it's 8-4 Braves. Back-to-back field goals for Warrenton. Banks in the front court. Voss, student section telling him to take another right corner three, but not his position. Warrenton will take one, nearly got it to go, but it rims out. And Banks again unable to come away with an offensive board, and we're going to have an over and back violation as Hunter Sochapoltica tried to get it to Dawson Little as he came across the midcourt line and was tried to sneak his way across midair, but officials caught it, and it's an over and back violation. Christian Lyda inbounds to Selleck in the backcourt. Braves go a little bit small with Ian Bodine out. Selleck to Warrenton left wing, back on top to Selleck. Far side perimeter to Lyda, back to Selleck. Warrenton in a 2-3 zone, inside to Voss. Double team, no. Logan Kind, no. Ball still loose, and jump ball, or held ball, and possession is going to stay with the Braves. Nice sportsmanship that time, battling hard with Talon McGroarty and Logan Kind, a couple of players familiar with each other from football. McGroarty taps Logan Kind on the back and says, good effort. Selleck, the inbound left of his own basket off the held ball. Warrenton, top of the circle left side. Selleck off a curl from the inbound on top to Warrenton. Looking to get it inside, dribbles right of the key. Bounce pass to Lyda, right corner. One dribble to Logan Kind, top of the circle. Warrenton left wing to Lyda. Drives free throw line, pulls up, picks up his dribble, gets it to Voss, top of the circle. Lyda for three. Front of the rim and off, no. Rebound, Voss has it taken away by McGroarty and gets the rebound ahead to Dawson Little. Warriors into the front court, 3:05 left first quarter. Voss pressuring Little, stolen by Warrenton near side at the scores table, lays it up and in, easy two for Bo Warrenton. He's got 5, and it's 10-4. Banks just under 3 minutes to go in the first quarter.
10-4 over and out.
McGroarty against Voss, goes behind the back to get it across midcourt. Left corner three from Little is off the top of the backboard. Ugly looking shot, rebound to Christian Lyda. Selleck, three-quarter pace to Warrenton, right wing three over and off, rebound to Lyda. Left on the left low block. Selick trying to drive around a double team to Voss. Kind, high post right elbow. Back to Voss, drives inside, little underhand runner. Nice job inside. Grayson Voss cutting to the basket. Had a hot start for Banks and is really leading offensively for Banks in the first quarter. Dylan Jansen will check in after the first free throw from Grayson. Rims in the first, 6 points for Grayson Voss. Now has scored every form possible. A right corner three, a basket inside, and now a free throw. It's been all Grayson Voss and Bo Wormington tonight doing the scoring, at least early. 7 now for Grayson Voss. It's 12-4. Loose ball off the pressure in the backcourt. Nearly stolen by Voss, and Voss is going to, we're going to get a 30-second timeout called by Keita Smith to hold the possession. 2:06 to go in the first quarter. Banks 12, Warrenton 4, as we've had our first timeout of the game.
Actually, that timeout, credit that to the player. That was a great job on the floor of recognizing how many timeouts you have and recognizing you're in a tight situation. Instead of getting the opponent to tie you up, you're calling a timeout to save the possession. That's a heads-up play by the Warrenton player on the floor. And
that's Talon McGroarty, great athlete, especially in football. Not really digging the headband with the 70s style perm, but he'll inbound left of the Braves basket against the Banks press.
To clarify in that situation, the player called the timeout. The official asked Coach Tita what he wanted, a full or a 30.
Warrenton has it tipped out of bounds by Grayson Voss at midcourt. Grayson Voss, normally not a scorer, but it's been all Grayson Voss and Bo Wormington here in the first quarter with under 2 minutes left. And driving inside is Social Poltika out to Cameron Daniels, right wing three. That's over and off. Head to Christian Light, a bounce pass to Bo Wormington, lays it up and in. And that's great transition basketball. It's now a 10-point lead, 14-4. Banks now finally late in the first quarter starting to exhort their style of basketball. Stolen at midcourt. Selick bounce pass to Wormington. Tipped away for a moment. Wormington out to Lida for three. No. Over and off rebound to Cameron Daniels. Will bring it up himself. Pulls up left side. Back out to McGroarty near out near midcourt. McGroarty gets a screen from Caleb Earl. Left corner three is no good from Dawson Little, but the rebound to Cameron Daniels. Social Poltika, Hunter Social Poltika to McGroarty. Again gets a screen from Caleb Earl. Drives inside, shot blocked by Dylan Jansen, but I think he also got part of the wrist, and that should be a shooting foul for Talon McGroarty. Banks had an 8. It's been a game of runs. Banks had an 8-0 run to start. Warrenton scored the next two baskets, and then Banks has been on a 6-0 run since that point with a 14-4 lead. As Connor McCutcheon now coming in early, one of the 9 seniors for Banks, Bo Wormington, heads to the bench. Second free throw for Talon holds. Long look at the basket, releases and comes up short off the front of the rim. Rebound to Wyatt Selick. Final 52 seconds of the quarter. Banks a 14-4 lead. Right wing to Voss. Bounce pass inside to Jansen. Lay it up, gets the kind roll off the side of the rim. 16-4, another 8-0 run for Banks. 35 seconds stolen by McCutcheon and taken away by Christian Lida. Left side top of the circle. McCutcheon to Voss, right wing, and is going to get called for travel as he tries to make a move through the key. 24.7 seconds left in the opening quarter. Dawson Little inbounds to Hunter Social Poltika. Gets it back. And Little nearly threw it away, but McGroarty saves it. On top to Hunter for three, short, no, gets his own rebound, puts back, no. Bank off the front of the rim, and it's going to go out of bounds off Dylan Jansen. Or no, off of Warrenton. It's going to go back to the Braves with 8 seconds left in the quarter. Jansen to Selleck. Lets it take a high dribble so he can save some time, picks it up at midcourt. Voss, long 18-footer, tipped up and in, I think, by Wyatt Selleck to end the quarter. Banks starts on an 8-0 run, ends on a 10-0 run to take an 8-4 lead to an 18-4 advantage after one period of play. We'll take a 30-second break and be back after this from Jim's Market.
Jim's Market in Banks is an institution serving the community for generations. They're actively involved in events and athletics from the youth league to high school level. Let them serve you with their locally grown fresh produce, fresh bakery items, including custom cakes, and quick hot food from their in-store deli. Jim's Market, conveniently located at the south entrance to Banks.
And we're back, second quarter. Banks closes the first quarter on a 10-0 run after an 8-0 start, with Grayson Voss and Bo Wormington doing much of the damage in the first quarter, scoring 12 of the first 18 for Banks. Warrenton with the basketball to start the second quarter. Left wing to Brian Sochatel. Brian to Hunter, has it tipped away by Christian Lyda, nearly an over and back. Brian Sochatel to Hunter, knocked away, stolen by Connor McCutcheon. 7 turnovers for Warrenton. Selleck pulls up in the front court to Bodine, wide open right corner three, short. Rebound to Cameron Daniels. Bodine has to be careful with 2 fouls. Daniels drives to the basket and an offensive foul. Nice job by Wyatt Selleck to get back and force the turnover from Cameron Daniels.
That is exactly how you drew it up. Coach Patrick Malia could not have drawn that up any better than that. That is a textbook fundamental offensive charge taken.
Lyda will inbound to Selleck. No pressure from Warrenton in the backcourt. Selleck to Lyda near side. One dribble, feeds it inside to Jansen at the low post. Splits a double team, throws up a wild hook shot, thought he was fouled, and we're going to get a foul this time. Oh, no, they're going to call a jump ball, I think, or held ball, and it's going to go back to Banks as Warrenton got it to start the second quarter.
No, they're saying he lost it and went whoop, whoop, out of bounds.
Okay. Selleck will inbound to Lyda, wide open off the inbound feed. Canada for 3, first field goal for Christian Lyda, 21-4, extends the run to 13-0. Extending through the first quarter. Hunter Sochatel to Little an NBA 3. Candick from top of the circle. That's the first points for Warrenton in quite some time. 21-7. Banks back with it quickly the other way. Right across court pass to Bodine, right wing. Down low to Jansen at the low post. May have had his shot partially blocked, and it's going to be out of bounds. I believe it will stay with Banks. 21-7, another football score. 6:25 to go in the first half.
I was just going to say, we're seeing a lot of those in all levels of high school basketball this year.
Bodine around the perimeter to Selleck. Wide open left corner 3. Corner pocket seems to be the hot spot for Banks tonight. 5 for Wyatt Selleck, 24-7. Warrenton with the basketball. Little right wing to Zach Hoagland now in the game for Warrenton. Cameron Daniels dropped in the corner and threw it away trying to throw it over the top of the double team. Another turnover for Warrenton. I believe they're 8th of the game, or 10 now. 9 for Warrenton with 5:50 to go in the first half, trailing 24-7. Selleck. Connor McCutcheon along too, hasn't scored much this season. Gets his own rebound out to Selleck for 3-0, and the rebound to Brian Sochatel for the Warriors. Little will bring it up. Right wing to Hoagland. Takes inside, back to Little, back to Hoagland, right wing, back to Little. Little bounce pass inside at the left high post to TJ Hicks, quickly around the perimeter. Brian Sochatel for 3, rattles out, no, off the front of the rim. Put back Cameron Daniels, no, partially blocked off the front of the rim. Rebound to Dylan Jansen. Selleck into the front court, ahead to Christian Lyda, able to catch up with it, nearly traveled, and should have been called for a whistle, but Braves keep the possession. Selleck, long two from Dylan Jansen, and the big men connecting from outside tonight. Voss with the 3 earlier. Dylan Jansen with just a step inside the arc that time. It's 26-7.
Speaking from somebody who does it well, Dylan Jansen with a beautiful set shot that time. My coach got on me all the time about that, Coach Don Pollard. He said that me and Corey Relling, who was a player at Elmira back in the 90s, we were the best set shooters in the league. And so being able to spot that out, Dylan Jansen, that was a set shot. He never left his feet when he put that up.
And waiting, I think, to figure out substitutions as Connor McCutcheon will stay in. Dylan Jansen checks out along with Christian Lyda. Back to the, Noah Mayo now in for the first time. Otherwise, and Connor McCutcheon, otherwise, all the other 3 all-starters. 3 from Warrenton, rims out, ball loose. Hoagland trying to battle for the loose ball. Logan Kind able to come away with it. Will bring it up himself. Gets it to Mayo on the run, tries to force a bounce pass. We're going to get a kick ball on Talon McGroarty. 4:38 to go in the first half, and a 26-7 lead for Banks.
That is one of the worst calls, one of the worst rules in high school basketball. It needs to come out of the rule book. That should have been a turnover to Warrenton for a run out.
You think kickball should be allowed?
No, that was a pass that was a bad pass. It was passed off of the ball. It wasn't even kicked. He didn't make a motion to kick it.
And another big man hitting a 3 for Banks. Logan Kind from the right wing, 29-7. 4:20 left. Little inside. McGroarty back to Little. Nice little give and go. 29-9 as Warrenton scores at the rim from Dawson Little. Banks in the front court. Selleck, left wing to Wormington, down near the corner baseline. Noel Mayo will try a 3. That one nearly went down, rimmed out, and we're going to have we're going to foul on the floor. Yeah, I thought so. Offensive foul, Logan Kind on the rebound. Ball will go back to Warrenton on the offensive foul. Clear out from Logan Kind on the rebound attempt. Little into the front court against Noel Mayo.
Yeah, Logan Kind was he got into position, but he pushed his way into position.
And ball loose. Warrenton able to save for a moment, but threw it right to Logan Kind, trying to keep it off the floor. Diving to try to keep it alive. Warrenton turns it over. And Bodine drives inside. Like a bull in a china shop, Ian Bodine throwing his body around. Could have got called for his 3rd foul, but picks up the field goal, 31-9. Banks with a 20. Apparently just a 30-9 lead. Back the other way. No, Wormington. The putback counted, and it's good. And a chance at a 3-point play for Bo Wormington. 32-9. Banks on a 14-5 run in the second quarter.
Bo Wormington with his 11th point of the night. Looking for point number 12.
Cameron Daniels will check back in for Warrenton, their 3rd team foul. First on Talon McGroarty. Caleb Earl will check back in for Warrenton. Kind to Bodine. Noel Mayo off a screen, left corner 3, no, off the side of the rim. Rebound to Ian Bodine. On top to Kind. Bo Warrenton left wide open, in and out, no good. Right side, top of the circle. Under 3 minutes, Banks a 32-9 lead. Hunter Sochatel against Grayson Voss, gets a screen from Earl. Stolen by Voss, knocks it away to Wormington, gets it back. Can't finish, but he's tripped up, and a foul called. Grayson Voss at the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, Grayson Voss got spooked. He could hear the defender behind him, and so he rushed that lay-in attempt and just didn't put it up very well. And if he just kind of maintained his composure, he could have had a chance for a three-point play, but he heard the footsteps behind him, and that spooked him.
Pat Marlia really upset with something about the officials having a discussion, pointing at something on the court, maybe the aggressive physical style of play of Warrenton. A lot of hard fouls both ways. Bo Voss at the line to shoot 2. The first free throw is perfect.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say, look at the scoreboard, coach. Go ahead and chill out, Patrick Marlia. Take a seat and chill.
33-9, 2:44 left in the first half. Banks with a 24-point lead. Voss goes behind the back with the basketball, switches the ball to the front, a couple of dribbles, holds and looks at the rim, release, and rattles home. 34-9. Grayson Voss and Bo Wormington having big nights tonight for the Braves. 2:44 left in the first half. Little to Cameron Daniels, far side, back to Little. Crosses midcourt, drives into the key, nice job, leaves it for TJ Hicks. Warrenton now in double figures with 11. Trailing though by 24, 34-11 with 2:23 left in the half. Bo Wormington, heat check, right wing 3 is good. It's 37-11, Bo Wormington with 15.
14.
Oh,
7 in each quarter. Travel.
37-11, Warrenton with the basketball and a late whistle. A travel called after the pass had already been made and the Warrenton receiver had dribbled.
Well, I think there was 2 traveling calls. They missed the one out front and they got the one in the corner.
Boba Fett in attendance tonight in the student section for the Braves, wearing a Boba Fett mask. 3-point field goal the other way. Missed who made the field goal that time, 40-11.
Yeah, good to see the Stormtrooper in the student section tonight.
Hoagland, right baseline to TJ Hicks. Little pull-up free throw line, threw it away over the head of Brian Sochatel, and it's a turnover back to Banks, the 12th of the game for Warrenton.
17 turnovers in the game total.
Bodine dribbles all the way right wing to Voss. Noel Mayo back to Bodine, right wing behind the back dribble, drives to the basket, flips it up, no. Tried to get too fancy. Voss takes it away though. Back to Bodine for the layup, and it's 42-11. Banks with a rout, and the lone senior not on the varsity roster that I said we might see tonight is getting ready to enter the game.
Well, that first move by Ian Bodine in there, that was a great move inside. It was a $500 move, but a 10-cent finish. But he made up for himself.
Cameron Daniels drives right to the key. We're going to get an offense or a travel on Cameron Daniels. 1:06 to go in the half. A 42-11 lead for Banks.
The Baker's dozen.
24-7 run in the second quarter. Noel Mayo will now run the offense this possession to Wormington left side. Drives to the basket, left low block, can't go up. On top to Voss. Number 32, he was recognized at during senior night between varsity games. His name escapes me at the moment. We do not have a JV boys roster in front of us. We'll try to get you his name at halftime as we can get a chance at a lengthy break to look at the JV roster on OSAA. And that pass is tipped out of bounds.
That was almost like a frustration attempt at that steal by Cameron Daniels that time, as you could hear that slap of the ball all the way up here.
Pretty sure number 32 is an exchange student. We heard something about him returning to Germany next year. Miss from Banks. Rebound Warrenton back the other way. Hoagland got away with another travel as Mayo slid underneath him. Little back to Hoagland. It's knocked away by Mayo out of bounds. into the Braves bench. 27 seconds in the half. Little back to Hoagland. Back to Little. Top of the circle pass tipped away by Warrenton, nearly stolen. Brian Sochatel leaves it for TJ Hicks. 3 from Little, top of the circle is good. 42-14, that's the second one he's hit for Dawson Little.
8 points all in the quarter.
Warrenton head fakes on an NBA 3. Kind will take one, cans it at the buzzer. 45-14. We have another football score, this time at halftime. Banks with a 31-point lead at the break, outscoring Warrenton 27-10 in the second quarter. Everybody hitting tonight, and at this pace, Banks could go for triple digits. They have not scored 100 this season. At the half, it's Banks 45, Warrenton 14. Haven't had a chance to get you too many breaks tonight. We'll take a 1-minute break and be back after this from Sarah Hesselman, Premier Property Group.
Same great smile, same great service, but a brand new location and a great new team. Sarah Hesselman Group is still proud to support Banks High School athletics, but has now joined the Premier Property Group real estate team with new offices located in Bethany. If you're thinking about buying or selling a home, contact the Sarah Hesselman Group, Sarah at sarahhesselman.com, or call 503-313-0748.
Proudly serving our neighbors in Washington County since 1946, LaHaye's is your destination for locally made Letterman's jackets, custom embroidery for business apparel or a unique gift, and scouting uniforms and supplies. LaHaye's is on the corner of 3rd and Main in historic downtown Hillsboro. Open Wednesday through Friday, 10 to 6, Saturday, 10 to 4, and anytime online at lahayes.com, or call us at 503-648-2341.
Non-stop score of the night.
And we're back halftime. Banks with a 45-14 lead. It's been all Banks start to finish. Scored the first 8. Warrenton scored the next 2 field goals, and then the route was pretty much on from that point. Banks went on a 10-0 run to close the first quarter, and extending that to the second quarter. It's 37-10 since the score was 8-4 midway through the first quarter. Banks dominating every facet of the game, defensively, offensively, three-point shooting, steals, all the big men shooting from outside and connecting. We don't have field goal percentages, but likely somewhere north of 50% for the half, and that's including a lot of threes tonight shot from the big men, and do not have official individual numbers yet across the board. Jonathan's wrapping that up right now, but we can tell you Bo Warrenton having his best night of the season, 17 points in the first half for a guy that's not really much of a scorer, more of a defender, and can hit from 3, but Banks just only 2 free throws tonight, has made both of them. Dawson Little leads Warrenton with 8. Banks 4 of 4 from the free throw line. Correction, no free throws have been attempted for Warrenton. Dawson Little leads the Warriors with 8. Warrenton with 7, and Grayson Voss had the hot start. Scored the first 5 for Banks. He has 9. And Selleck with 5, your offensive leaders for Banks. 18 turnovers total in the game, 13 from Warrenton, leading to a lot of transition opportunities for Banks, a big reason for this large lead at halftime. We'll take another 1-minute break and see if Banks has connected on 7 3-pointers, 5 in the second quarter when they totaled 27 points to make this game even more of a rout. We'll take a 1-minute break and be back, try to get you some other scores. One game in particular we're keeping an eye on, number 4, number 5. Girls playing tonight, Amity and Santiam Christian. A big game that could have playoff implications as far as seeding. We'll take a 1-minute break again and be back after this from Banks Post Newspaper.
Banks Post Newspaper is the official news provider of West Side's greatest hits. Listen hourly for West Side news from the Banks Post newsroom. Banks Post Newspaper covers Banks, Manning, Buxton, Roy, and surrounding western Washington County communities. If you'd like more information on the Banks Post or want to pick up a copy, visit a local business today. You can also visit their website at bankspost.com or their Facebook page, Banks Post. Do you or someone you know own a business? As a local business ourselves, we know how important daily operations are, which is why we offer small dollar business loans for equipment, building upgrades, machinery, and more. The credit union even provides employee benefits for business members. Learn more at wanafcu.org or ask to speak with a commercial team member today. Again, to learn more, visit wanafcu.org.
And we're back under 4.5 minutes before the start of the third quarter. Banks with a chance to put up triple digits already, 45 at halftime. Some girls' finals from earlier tonight. Jonathan.
The Wana Credit Union scoreboard in Coastal Range League girls action. Of course, tonight, our first game of this doubleheader, Banks winning handily, 63-19. Alex Saunders with 16 points in that game, as 11 of the 12 players, all 12 players played for Banks, 11 of the 12 scored at least 2 points. And the two other games tonight, the other senior night game over in Southwest Portland, Riverdale takes care of Yamhill Carlton 38-21. Yamhill Carlton will just get ready for softball season. They fall to 2-10 and out of contention. Neocani beats Rainier in a close game, 51-45. So it looks like Trevor Rainier is coming here Monday night to play the number 2 Banks Lady Braves. Pac West Conference, Amity, number 4 in the country, and number 4 in the country, number 4 in the state in 3A, hosting number 5 Santiam Christian, and Amity clings to a 50-47 win. Of course, Banks and Corbett beating both of those teams this season. Earlier this season. No report from Sheridan at Dayton. That is a cross-county affair there. And Jefferson is at Taft. Those are in the Pac West League. Pleasant Hill also in action. They are in the top 10. They were hosting Harrisburg in the Mountain Valley Conference. No report from that. And this one, really no surprise. Number 8, Nissa, all over Burns, 47-30 in the Greater Oregon League. Trevor?
Thank you, Jonathan. So expect Amity to stay number 4. I don't think Santiam Christian will drop much, if any, with a close loss in a 4-versus-5 game. Your top 4 will likely still remain after tonight. Banks, Corbett, Sutherland, and Rainier.
And you see the Sutherland score last night over, they play.
I mentioned it was 72
to 10. I referred to that as Sutherland won with passion over Glide.
We thought we would be helping with the 3A state tournament at Marshfield and Coos Bay, but some scheduling conflicts allowed that not to take place. However, we still will be keeping an eye on it and updating you with scores come playoff time, and personally hoping for a repeat of a girls' title game that involved Aspen Slifka. Probably one of the greatest, her and Megan Bunn, head volleyball coach at Hermiston now, Likely two of the greatest girls basketball players to come out of Banks. Megan also could have played basketball at Eastern Oregon, elected to play volleyball, and a great volleyball player as well, leading the program now at Hermiston, as I believe she is also teaching at Elgin in Eastern Oregon. As we get under the final minute, McKenna Parkane, one of the greatest female athletes also to come out of Banks, could have played volleyball at Minnesota, but she will go down as one of the all-time greats in Big Ten softball history. Started all 4 seasons as a shortstop for the Minnesota Gophers.
But we will have at least a maximum of 4 other games. So tonight was not the last game that we'll bring you. We'll have a maximum of 4 games. Game Monday night. Banks wins that game. They'll play Wednesday night right back here. They win that game. They've got the league championship game against Corbett, which would be on a Friday night, likely to be at Oregon Episcopal School. That's in the Raleigh Hills area between Beaverton and Southwest Portland. And then they would have one, whether they're first or second, it really doesn't matter. First, there's no really seeding in 3A basketball. It's by ranking, but they'll, whether they're 1 or 2, right now they're number 1 in the state, so they'll likely host a state playoff game, which we'll have here, and that would be just outside of the top 8, which go to Marshfield Coos Bay. So they'll have at least 1 state playoff game that we'll bring you. So 4 maximum total games.
I think that state playoff game for Banks would be the final week of February, because the first week of March is the quarterfinals.
That's correct.
Warrenton with the basketball to start the second half, moving right to left as you look at your listening device. Brian Sochatel trying to get it inside. Dawson Little now with it, dribbling left wing. Brian to Hunter Sochatel. Brian will take a left wing 3. That's off the back rim. Rebound, Braves. Warmington will bring it up with a hot hand 17 in the first half. Left wing to Selick. Tavas, right wing. A lot of cutting to start the second quarter. Selick drives inside all the way to the basket, overlaid, but shoved to the floor, and we're going to get a loose ball foul on Warrenton. Wyatt Selick at the line to shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, it looks like he got him in the face, the official pointing to his forehead.
First free throw for Wyatt is good. He's now got 6 points, 43-14. One more will give the Braves a 30-point lead.
Braves perfect from the free throw line tonight.
Second free throw rattles at home. Looked a little hard, but was able to connect. 44-14.
I didn't jinx it.
Cameron Daniels to Little in the backcourt, gets it across. Drives free throw line right into Ian Bodine, and we're going to have a jump ball, or a held ball.
Yeah, that was probably the easiest held ball that Ian had, because he just stood his ground right there and just met the Warrenton player and just put his hands right over the ball.
Well, looking like he may have slid into him, may have hit a slick spot on the floor. Bodine back offensively. Beautiful. With the reverse, driving along the left baseline, left to right, 46-18, 46-14.
Travel.
Cameron Daniels to Little in the backcourt, gets it across. Right wing to Hunter Sochatel. Way over the top. Bodine able to come away with the steal. Bounce, or lob pass ahead to Wormington. Lays it up and in. Bo Wormington with 19, 51-14.
That's got to be a season high for Bo Wormington.
I'm sure it is, unless he had something more in one of the tournament games at Madras that we were not at. 30-second timeout called by Keita Smith and the Warrenton Warriors. 6:33 to go in the third quarter. It's all Banks continuing their run even further, scoring the first 6 here in the second half with 6:33 to go. Any chance Banks moves up in the ranking, or do you think this game will not matter regardless of margin of victory?
Well, you know, it all goes with the OOWP, the opponent's winning percentage. So it's all that BCS mathematical formula. So it depends on, you know, who won and who lost. And, you know, given the fact that we've talked about this before, it's kind of two different situations with the boys league not being very strong. It might just stay right where they're at.
Warrenton with the basketball following their 30-second timeout. Brian Sochatel to Dawson Little. Holds and will dribble back Start to dribble back right side, comes back left. Bounce pass, tried to get it inside to Brian, and it's taken away by Ian Bodine. Brings it up against Cameron Daniels. Slick floor tonight, a lot of players slipping, and could lead to some more travel calls. Selick drives through the key. Bodine thought about a right wing three. Wormington can't go up. Warrenton trying to amp up their pressure. Logan Kind. Bodine lost it behind his shoulder, drives to the basket. Can't get it to go as it rims out, but he'll head to the line to shoot two. And Banks, despite just 4 free throws in the first half, very aggressive to start the second half and already attempting their 4th free throw of the second half. First free throw for Ian Bodine is good.
7 points now.
Ian Bodine, that's the first miss, I believe, tonight for Banks. 52-14. Just rattled out just a little bit too hard.
They were 7 of 7 up to that point.
5:40 to go. Brian Sochatel to Cameron Daniels, left corner. He'll walk it back up left wing against Wormington. TJ Hicks came to start to set a screen, but pass out to Dawson Little on fire. The only player doing anything tonight offensively for Warrenton. He's got 11. It's 52-17. Voss drives along the left baseline to kick it out to Logan Kind. Right corner three, no rims out. Voss, nice bounce pass to Ian Bodine, lays it up and in on the double clutch, 54-17.
5 points in the quarter for Bodine, 9 in the game.
Little to Brian Sochatel. He checked for Dawson Little that time from about 26 feet, and that's off the front of the rim. No good. It's going to go straight out of bounds off the right side. Logan Kind will bring it up to Bodine. Voss right corner. Dribbles into the key. Near side to Logan Kind. Selick. Left side perimeter. Back to Logan Kind. Left corner won't go up. Bodine drives left to the key. Back out to Wormington. Right wing to Selick. Holds over his head. Nice pass inside to Logan Kind. Has a shot block. Gets it back. Wants to go back up. Oh, reverses it up and in after TJ Hicks falls to the floor looking for a foul. Egging the officials into thinking he got knocked over. He just either slipped and fell or fell down on his own. Little holding way out near midcourt. We'll see if he'll take another Dame Lillard type three from the Milwaukee game. In game half quarter, Little left wing three off a curl. That's off the side of the rim. No. Rebound to Wormington. Got smacked on the arm by Cameron Daniels. No foul. Selick right wing to Bodine. Steps into a three. Candy. 57-17. The lead is 40. And I'll say right now, Banks is going to finish Coastal Range League play undefeated. 59-17. Apparently behind a little on our scoreboard. 3:40 to go in the third quarter. Hoagland, student section, egging Hoagland in to shoot to Daniels against Bodine. Banks extending the defense, and Cameron Daniels lost it out of bounds into his own bench. Mad at himself, smacks the ball out of bounds, and McGroarty is going to check back in along with Caleb Earl for Warrenton. And Dylan Jansen and Christian Lyda re-enter for Banks. Bo Wormington and the other starters will stay in. Lyda will run the offense, much as he does on the football field, or did on the football field. His football career over, at least as a Banks Brave. Logan Kind drives all the way to the basket from the right elbow, right to left, and
that was a dipsy-do type of a play, but it was it ended up being a dipsy-don't.
A little, not a dipsy-do and what have you, as we've heard many times on various calls. A little into the front court. Connor McCutcheon will check in next whistle. Little no-look bounce pass to Caleb Earl, who wasn't ready for it, and it's going to go out of bounds, but I think it'll stay with Warrenton. Connor McCutcheon comes in for Logan Kind. Likely starters will be done for the rest of the way. The 42-point lead, 3 minutes left, and Little bounces it at the feet of Caleb Earl. Ahead to Bo Wormington. Oh, nearly kind of laid it over the top of the rim. Students kind of getting excited like it was a dunk, but kind of a half dunk, if you will. 61-17, 2:45 left in the third.
Actually, that you'll go ahead and say that was a dunk, because I actually saw that he got his hand on the rim. That actually qualifies as a dunk. It's not. It's just a business-like dunk. It wasn't anything fancy, but he did get his hand on the rim. That's a dunk.
Little at the line to shoot two for Warrenton. Just 2 fouls each side here in the second half, with 2:43 remaining in the third. Little mad. His team is losing so bad. Hard bounce pass back to the official after he misses high off the back rim. Second free throw is clean. 61-18, 12 for Dawson Little to lead Warrenton.
Dawson Little with the pink high tops for, breast cancer awareness.
And Connor McCutcheon, I don't think it's going to be free throws, but he was tripped up driving to the basket.
Yeah, that's just a basketball play. There's nothing ill there. It's just a hard fought play.
And Bo Wormington's night is done. 19 or 21. McCutcheon has to tie into the air and stolen by Little. Warrenton with the basketball. Little goes behind the back as he comes across the golden arrowhead, pulls up free throw line jumper, over and off, no good. Rebound to Noel Mayo. Bring it up himself. No, Christian Lyda called for it. Connor McCutcheon right baseline to him. Cutting Dylan Jansen. Beautiful assist that time from Connor McCutcheon. Banks Braves meets Jimmy Hendricks 63-18 with a beautiful assist. Braves with a 45-point lead. Lyda bounce pass, one hand to Connor McCutcheon. Takes the jumper and canned it. And that will get the home crowd off their feet. Connor McCutcheon doesn't score a lot, but a beautiful shot that time. 65-18. McGroarty, high dribble. Pulls up top of the circle to Daniels. Wants to take Lyda off the dribble. We'll bring it back out. Now tries to drive around him, runs into Jansen. We're going to get a blocking foul on Dylan Jansen, left baseline non-shooting foul.
Here's a stat for you, Trevor. Third quarter, Banks has outscored Warrenton 20-4.
Surpassing their 18-4 score after the first quarter. Right corner three from Hoagland is an air ball right to Dylan Jansen. Ahead to Christian Lyda. Drives all the way to the basket. No! They're going to call an offensive foul, and that's a horrible call, and that's going to get Pat Marlia in the ear of the official.
And Pat Marlia needs to have a seat. Hey, Coach, look up at the scoreboard. You're up by 47 points. You don't need to get into the ear of the official, and that actually was not a horrible call. That was offensive initiated charge. That's a clear textbook charging call.
Oh no! They're going to get a foul on Christian Lyda on back-to-back possessions. One offensively and then here defensively on what looked like a clean block of Cameron Daniels.
Most fans will look at it and say, "Oh, that was not a charging foul." But yeah, it was, because if you go to the book and you look at it, if the offensive player initiates contact, that is an offensive charge every time. The offensive player, Christian Lyda, put his head down. He put his elbow in there. Patrick Marlia needs to sit down and shut up. Look at the scoreboard, Coach. You're up by 47 points. Don't be getting into the ear of the official. This is bad sportsmanship. This is exactly what the OSAA Executive Office does not want from coaches. This is not good sportsmanship by Pat Marlia right now. I don't know where Ben is over there. I'm surprised that Ben, the athletic director, is not over there telling Patrick Marlia to get over, to sit down with his team, because that is not a good look.
He's not showing any animosity talking to the other official, but after the offensive foul call on Christian Lyda at the other end was definitely in the ear of the official that made that call, and Ben Buchanan kind of giving an eye to the Braves bench with his arms folded. He may actually be considering something with Pat Marlia, but giving a long look to the Braves bench.
I'm not trying to turn on them, but I'm just saying, look at the scoreboard. You're up by 47 points. If it's a closer game, I could understand you maybe, talk with the official, but you're up by 47 points. That's not the time you want to get into the officials' ear.
Cameron Daniels too hard on the first, connects on the second, 65-19.
Pick your battles.
Warrenton girls had 19 for their final score. Will Warrenton match that in the boys' game and go scoreless the rest of the way? Dylan Jansen for three, no. Rebound loose, taken away by McGroarty. And Pat Marlia still talking to the officials. Hoagland.
Sounds
right
like
wing.
some Banks fans that are trying to get ejected.
And it's taken away by Grayson Voss. To Lida. Crossover. Out to Noel Mayo, left wing. Drives left to the key. One-handed runner gets the kind bounce off the front of the rim. Noel Mayo scores to make the score 67-19. Final 30 seconds of the third quarter. Hoagland, right wing against Mayo. Actually, right wing extended to McGroarty, top of the circle. Little steps into a three. That's off the left side of the rim, no good. Rebound to Lida. Final 10 seconds of the quarter. Christian into the front court. Leaves it for Noel Mayo. Got away with the travel to Christian Lida. Final 5 seconds. Drives, bounce pass to Connor McCutcheon. Inside to Grayson Voss. Throws up an air ball from about 6 feet as time expires. Score after 3 quarters. It's, we forgot to change the quarter after halftime. Heading to the fourth quarter, it's 67. Banks, Warrenton 19. We'll take a 30-second break and be back after this from Main Street Pizza.
Visit Main Street Pizza in Banks, located next to Jim's Market, for the best pizza in Washington County. From loaded hot baked subs to a Main Street special pizza piled high, we will satisfy your pizza cravings. We've been serving and supporting the Banks community since 1986. Open daily at 11 a.m. Call ahead now to place your order at 503-324-5858 or follow us on Facebook to see our daily lunch specials. Mention this radio ad and receive $2 off any Main Street Pizza.
Bo Wormington, his night likely done. Expected to be our Oregon National Guard hero of the game. Banks with a 48-point lead. Should be a quick fourth quarter. Pat Marlia with kind of a half smile on his face, still talking to the official.
Yeah, there's one official there at center court that I was looking at. He was really kind of giving Coach Marlia really kind of a stern eye as he was talking with his partner over there. So I think it's Pat Marlia is going to be on a short leash here.
Brian Sochatel inbounds to Odin Wilson now in the game for the Warriors. Brian to Derek Little, or Dawson Little, wants to take Lida. Has to pull it back out after driving baseline. Back out to Brian Sochatel. Little will drive and back out again to Brian. Odin Wilson for the Warriors. Brian Sochatel back to Wilson. Parker Littlejohn now also in the game. Littlejohn and Connor McCutcheon, I believe, the only Braves not to score so far. Odin Wilson for three. That's high off the back rim from the left wing. No, and the rebound, offensive foul as Calvin Olson comes down with the rebound for Warrenton.
Pushed off to get in position.
Banks boys looking for their 20th win on the season overall. Just 3 losses, all coming in non-league.
Oh,
beautiful pass from Connor McCutcheon inside to Dylan Jansen in the right low block, 69-19.
Dylan Jansen has scored 2 points in every quarter this game.
Braves with a 50-spot lead on Warrenton. Wilson out to Calvin Olson from a right corner three. Way too long. Went about 24 feet on a 22-foot right corner three. And
We got Gallagher playing in the game for Warrenton.
Starters coming back in to give the bench a breather.
It's a curtain call. Set up for a curtain call.
Get all the seniors back in, and we're going to have a chance at a three-point play for Odin Wilson for Warrenton. Foul will be on Wyatt, not Wyatt Selleck, number 3. There's no number 3 on the roster for Banks.
Number 3 is Ben
Mayo. They
Mayo.
switched it to 10, yeah. Foul will be on Bo Wormington, just his first, 6th team foul. Odin Wilson unable to connect on the three-point play, but Brian Chosatel, the long rebound. Rich Harvey now also in the game as Hoagland lost the ball, coming up with some kind of injury. May have got the wind knocked out of him as the Braves score at the other end. Miscu connected on a field goal for Banks, was keeping an eye on the injury to Hoagland. 71-21.
Wyatt Selleck with the 2.
3 from Hoagland, no, off the back rim. Rebound to the Braves. Into the front court, Bodine drives around the defender, no. But a foul's going to be called on Brian Sochatel. And Banks with a 50-point lead, and Ian Bodine at the line to shoot 2.
Another great drive through the lane by Ian Bodine that time, and going for the reverse. It was kind of exactly almost the same exact play as Wyatt Selleck did the last possession ago.
Second free throw too hard, and Wyatt Selleck will come out along with Grayson Voss. Christian Lyda back in with Little John. Second free throw too hard. Rebound Logan Kind. Kicks it back out to Bodine. Left corner 3 is good. Actually left wing, 74-21. Wilson. Right wing to Calvin Olson. Hoagland to Brian Sochatel. Drives left baseline, throws up an air ball. Lyda ahead to Littlejohn, ahead to Logan Kind. Beautiful. Oh, and
he tried to go up to dunk it.
Yeah.
Took too many steps.
Probably got away with the travel, too. Logan Kind missed the layup, and we're going to get the rest of the seniors, I think, are going to come out. And now Connor McCutcheon's going to get another chance to score here inside the final 5 minutes, as Warrenton is now in the 1-1, or the bonus.
We still have not seen Max Walker yet in the game, and he's down there. I just I saw him down there.
Hoagland at the line to shoot the bonus for Warrenton. Number 21, Zach Hoagland. First free throw is good. 74-22. Second free throw too hard off the back rim. Rebound is going to be out of bounds, but I think stay with Warrenton. Odin Wilson will inbound left baseline.
Well, with a 74-22 lead and 4.5 minutes to go, and you have more fouls than the guest, I don't think we should see Pat Marlia arguing with any more officials.
Brian Sochatel with an ugly shot right of the key. Misses everything but the weak side backboard. Mayo drives basket, lays it up and in. 76-22. Four minutes left. Wilson to Olson. On top to Hoagland for 3. That's good.
Where was this earlier in the game?
It was Dawson Little earlier in the game. 56-25, or 76-25.
No, this scoring frenzy.
Oh, yeah. Noel Mayo to Jansen for 3. Can't get the kind bounce. McCutcheon,
Littlejohn with the
Parker
rebound.
Littlejohn the rebound. Lyda, top of the circle 3. No, and the rebound to Calvin Olson for Warrenton under 3.5 minutes.
Looks like they're going to come a little short of 100. No chicken nuggets tonight.
Chalupa.
I'd rather have chicken nuggets than chalupas.
Left wing three from Brian Sochatel is no good. Rebound to Littlejohn, hands to Mayo, racing to the basket. Goes around a defender, has it knocked away out of bounds. I think it was Brian Sochatel, who poked it away as the foreign exchange student number 32. We could not get you his name earlier. He was recognized between games at senior night in the game for the second time. That'll get the students off their feet. Littlejohn to Jansen. Bounce pass. Oh, bad pass stolen. Loose ball and nearly saved by the number 32. It's going to go out of bounds back to Warrenton. Wilson will walk it up far side. Slow dribble to Hoagland. Head fakes around Jansen, drives to the basket. No, off the front of the rim. As Connor McCutcheon falls to the floor. Jansen gets it to Littlejohn. Drives right wing, cuts back left free throw line. Connor McCutcheon won't take the three.
He thought about it.
Hands to number 32. Long two from the top of the circle, back rim, no good, under 2 minutes. And Olsen starts to pull up, drives right baseline, bounce pass to Odin Wilson is good, 76-27. Mayo to McCutcheon free throw line. A couple of dribbles left of the key. Oh, about nice pass to Littlejohn. He scores. 78-27.
That's now the 10th Brave to score in this game.
Olsen to Hoagland, got away with the travel. Brian Sochatel to Wilson in the corner. Will bring it back up to the left wing. Sochatel fakes like he's going to go out of bounds. Not a very smart fake. Turn to the baseline with the basketball like he actually thought he could fake the defender by pretending to drive out of bounds. Now we have a whistle and a travel.
They haven't called a lot of travelings tonight, but I mean, you mentioned it the other night. I think they are a little bit ago, but I think the reason why they're not calling some of those is because this floor is very slick this year, and so you slide on the floor a lot.
Final 15 seconds. Warrenton hoping for one more score to get it under 50. Three from the Sochatel, no. Final 10 seconds. Mayo will dribble out the clock. Oh, they're going to try to get it to the exchange student, and he scores at the horn for his only points of the season. Even some Warrenton fans to our left rooting for him to get in the scorebooks. And I think every Brave that played tonight scored. Final score, Banks 80, Warrenton 27, and Pat Marlia and Keita Smith, both very familiar with each other. No bad sportsmanship there on that last play, just kind of a senior night moment for the foreign exchange student to get in the books on the final shot of the game. Final score, Banks 80, Warrenton 27. We'll take a 1 minute break and wrap things up, get you a look at the box score overall and some individual scoring when we return. We've already made a decision on our Oregon Army National Guard player of the game. If you missed it earlier, we'll tell you who it is when we come back. We'll be back in 1 minute after this from Scoggins Creek Coffee.
Scoggins Creek Coffee is proud to offer delicious hot drinks and delectable breakfast items too. Visit their 2 locations in Gaston and Yamhill Carlton. Open 7 days a week, Mondays through Saturdays until 5 and Sundays until 3. Make sure to ask about their weekly specials and visit their Facebook page. Scoggins Creek Coffee, 503-985-3483.
Specialty Screen Printing in Yamhill offers your business the creativity and expertise to print your logo on a variety of items. Owners Ken and Linda Johnson have 40 years of experience on industrial parts and every type of material, including ceramic tile. Their fast service can have your project done in less than a week. Visit their website, specialtyscreenprinting.com, to see for yourself how they can help you boost your company's marketing and industrial screen printing needs. Call 971-998-9274 or visit their website, specialtyscreenprinting.com.
Walker, DNP. Not sure why Max Walker didn't play.
Huh? Yeah, online.
32, 48,
Oh, okay. Cool.
52, 55, 60, 62.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Final score as we wrap up some of the final tallies. Always nice to have parents come up to us and thank us for what we do. Dylan Jansen, one of the seniors tonight, his dad, coming up to me a moment ago and shaking my hand, thanking me for what we do. Says he works in Eastern Oregon and is unable to get to many of Dylan's games, but is able to listen online. And that's one of the great things about internet broadcasting. Traditional radio will tout that they have the largest group of broadcast followers, more than any other medium. But Jonathan may argue this point with me some, considering he still works in over-the-air radio. But over-the-air radio will never have the reach of internet radio because transmitters, you're limited by size, regardless of how large the transmitters are. Even the large transmitters up at Sylvan, up by the zoo, that are like 50,000 watts, they'll never have worldwide reach. That's why many radio stations have gone to having websites in the last 20 years or so. And the growth of internet broadcasting, we're happy to help community members, parents, and
most radio stations are streaming, so they do have the reach.
Right, but traditional over the air. So our final score, Banks 80, Warrenton 27. Our Oregon Army National Guard hero of the play, hero of the game, Bo Wormington with 19 points. Jonathan has a look at other numbers from individual scoring from other players tonight.
We can just tell you that the game's leading scorer was Bo Wormington with 21, and then Ian Bodine with 15.
Wyatt Selleck and Grayson Voss had a hot start for Banks also tonight. Voss had the first 5 of the game for Banks. Big men got hot from beyond the arc in the first half also, as every player that hit the court scored, and I think that's going to do it for us on senior night, as the scoreboard has been cleared out and players are meeting with their families for congratulations in the end of a 12-0 perfect Coastal Range League basketball season, 20-3 overall, as we get ready to say goodnight. For Jonathan Lee, I'm Trevor Beard. Again, our final score, Banks 80 actually, as we get the final score updated. Warrenton 27. Our next broadcast will be Monday night, Girls Basketball League playoff game, as the Banks Lady Braves will host the 5-seed Rainier Columbians, and then with a win, we'll host either Riverdale or Neocani on Wednesday night, with the winner going to the title game. Boys clinched the regular season title last week, and we'll have a bye all the way to the league championship game at a site to be determined next Friday. Likely Oregon Episcopal School. Will give you an update on that once we find out from Banks Athletic Director Ben Buchanan. Our final score, Banks 80, Warrenton Warriors 27. For Jonathan Lee, I'm Trevor Beard. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday night. And enjoy your weekend. We'll be back Monday with Girls League Basketball Playoff broadcast. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday.